Green Corner ini adalah sebuah spot untuk sharing big ideas about clean energy for Indonesia.
Spirit untuk Indonesia.
Yakim Primshan. I am a acting country manager for Thailand as well as a principal consultant at DMBGL Energy. So, to answer your question, what is the first thing that comes to my mind when thinking of Indonesia and sustainable energy? It's actually distributed energy and energy efficiency. One of the areas that has been discussed over the past few days or 2 days has been very much focused, yes, on the efficiency of use of energy, but we also have to look at the access to energy. And not only looking at access to energy through existing networks, but looking at reliability, low carbon energy development, distributed generation, and all of these kinds of mechanisms and solutions that actually exist today, right? Which give reliability in terms of access of energy. And that actually is the key to being able to also empower people. Education, food, water, transport, all of these things come from a basis of energy. And to be able to enable people with cost-effective energy, you need now to look at the new systems that exist in terms of clean tech, which actually are quite bankable. The only limitation might be regulation. So regulation needs to catch up with where technology is today to be able to give access to energy to people. And looking at an archipelago like the Philippines, looking at an archipelago like Indonesia, very similar to the Philippines, where I do spend quite a bit of time, it's not like you can just lay power cables across islands and try and connect them. It's very expensive to do that. It's very expensive to ship fuel around as well. So this is where the whole distributed energy systems come into play and hybrid technologies, which are actually feasible today. So on the energy efficiency side, there is a very strong focus usually on finance and the ability to finance technology and the integration of that technology that then gives you energy efficiency yields. A lot of what we've been looking at is not only that dimension, but also looking into how the culture of the people in organizations and society impacts energy efficiency, right? So it's a behavioral change. Once you get a behavior and a culture going, it's very hard for it to basically go back on itself, right? So if you inculcate a behavior of energy efficiency, it lasts much longer. People actually respect it and have ownership. Whereas just integrating a technology and then blaming it on the inefficiency of the technology. It's also how people use that technology, and that's where we're coming from. A cultural paradigm shift from just focusing on technology and the ability of a few people to manage energy efficiency, looking at the community aspect of whether you're an employee in an organization, whether you're a CEO or whatever stakeholder you may be interacting with that energy that you're using. I mean, there's a lot of us that do a lot of energy efficient things at home. We turn off lights and we turn off air cons and we close the windows when the air con's on and things like that. But we don't do it in the office. You see? So it's because we don't have ownership, because we don't realize that energy that we're using is actually, there's an economic value to that and there's a loss to that. And that's where that culture comes in and that connection comes in. It's been very enlightening and it's been very reassuring to hear that after 10 years of coming to Indonesia and promoting, energy efficiency, green buildings, clean tech, it's finally happening. There is a movement both on the political side as well as the finance and the technology side that's making this transition. So it's happening. The only area I think a conference like this should start looking at is solutions. And in terms of where are the roadblocks and the gridlocks, it's been mentioned, policy is a very, very big one. But how do we use conferences and platforms like this to initiate those discussions with an objective of adaptation? Not just saying, yes, we know we have these issues and we have, but putting a forum together which actually has the, and those should be the deliverables of these sort of think tank sessions.